Hi yogis, welcome to my lounge room. I'll be taking you through a slow flow today. And for those of you who haven't practiced with me, my name's Candice. Today will be a 30-minute practice, so more on the smaller side. Just a little bit of housekeeping. I've got a couple of props with me today, so I've got some blocks. If you don't have boxes can also work well. And something to cover my eyes. I've got a little eye pillow here, but you can just use the sleeve of the jumper. That's for when we're taking Shavasana at the end of the practice. Bruce is also here with me today, so he might pop in or out whenever he feels like he wants to join in. So the practice will be really slow, and my classes are really an offering where you can pick and choose what you'd like to practice. You can wind back, pull back on the postures where you need to, or maybe add to them where you feel called to. So just coming into an easy cross-legged posture at the front of your mat. You can, if you have a block or a book, you can place that under your buttocks, giving yourself a bit more support. If you have two, you might like to place them side by side, giving yourself first class support there. And we'll just close down the eyes. Begin to draw your attention to your breath. As it makes its way in through the nose and out through the nose. Take a big breath in. And then on the exhale, we're going to part the lips and sigh it out the mouth. Another two like that. Inhale. And exhale, letting it all go. And then inhale. Letting it all go and arriving on your mat. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Allowing the forehead to relax, the jaw to relax, unclenching the teeth, and begin to engage with your Ujjayi breath. It's that oceanic sound formed with the restriction at the back of the throat. Sounds a little bit like Darth Vader. You inhale for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. 2, 1. And exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom. 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom. 2, 1. And continue to doing that in your own time. You might like to lengthen the inhale, but continue to match the exhale with the same amount of counts. Going at your own pace, your own breath. Keeping the eyes closed, feeling the belly expand, chest expand, the chest contract, and the belly contract. Continuing to breathe. Right now we're faced with constant change. We're forced to self-isolate and change the way we do things on an everyday basis. With change comes resistance. And it's my invitation to you through today's practice to see where resistance rises throughout the postures. Where do you notice it? And then explore and see if you can first acknowledge the resistance, and then if you can play and move with it, move through it. My intention for you for this practice, if you choose to take it, is curiosity. Explore. We'll be moving through all of the postures at quite a slow pace today, with a bit of exploration and play through all the shapes, to give you that opportunity to explore, get curious, and notice what's going on for you. On your next exhale, bring palm to meet palm at the front of your chest and blink open the eyes. And then coming into hero's pose, but tucking the toes. So you're sitting on the toes. It's a bit of an uncomfortable posture. We're opening up through the fascia underneath from the bottom of the feet. Just sitting here, feeling into it. If you need to back off, you can. Coming forward. And then coming back as you need to. Staying in the position. I might move around the mat as I move through the postures to give you a better view, but keeping with the poses on your end. So feeling into that feet. Seeing what resistance arises there. You need to show yourself a little love and back off. Or could you sit with it a little bit longer? Begin to come forward. Place the hands down on the mat. Release the feet. Hold them up in the air as you flex the toes. Moving them back and forth. And then planting them down back onto the mat. You can stay here, but this can be quite uncomfortable for some. So you may like to roll over and come into a seated position. Raising the arms up into a cactus shape. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Drawing up through the crown of the head. And then exhale, twisting to the right. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Placing the left hand on the right leg. And then the right hand behind you. Twisting into the posture. Inhale. and exhale. Gazes to your right shoulder. And then inhale, coming up, unwinding, and twisting to the left, just for a moment. Inhale, come back up to center, keeping the cactus arms lengthening through the spine, and then exhale, twisting to the left. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Right hand goes onto the left leg. Left hand behind your back. And then lightly pressing in as you further twist into the shape. Gaze at your left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. Sticking with it. Inhale. Hold for the exhale. And then inhale, unwinding, unraveling, coming over to the right. Bowing down. And inhale, come back up to center. And then rolling over the knees, coming into a tabletop position. We're going to move into cat-cow. Fingers are spread wide. They're pressing into the mat, drawing on the strength of the earth. The tops of the feet press into the mat. Hips are stacked over knees, shoulders stacked over wrists. And then on the inhale, drop the belly. Lift the gaze up towards the front of the mat. Exhale, tuck the chin. Dome through the back of the shoulders. Coming into a dome shape, into your cat. Inhale, drop the belly. Extend the collarbones forward. Gaze comes up. Cow. Inhale. Exhale. Tucking the chin. Coming back into your cat shape. Moving with your own breath. As we roll through the shape. And then I invite you to take a little free movement. Exploring the body. Maybe circles with the hips. Doming through the back. Might like to come back into a child's pose. Maybe rolling forward into a cobra. What feels good in your body? Is there any stickiness that arises? Any resistance? Can you stay there? Can you hear what it's trying to tell you? And then on the next exhale, returning to stillness. Pressing down through the hands, drawing on the strength of the earth. Feet press down firmly, knees press into the mat. Engage the belly button to the spine. And then inhale, lift the right arm up to the sky. And then exhale, thread it under the body to the left. Inhale, back up. We'll do 2 more threads. Exhale, threading under the body. Inhale, back up. And then exhale, threading through and landing the shoulder and the right ear onto the mat. You can stay here, or you might like to extend the right hand up towards the front of the mat. Closing down the eyes. Seeing how the shape feels. Then exhale, bringing your left hand, pressing back down into the mat. Lift the right hand back up. And then placing your right hand back onto the ground. Staying here. I'm just going to rotate. Pressing into your all fours. Inhale, lift the left arm up. And then exhale, extending it under the body. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, under. One more, threading the needle. Coming under and landing the left shoulder, the left ear. Into your expression. You might like to walk the right hand forward to the front of the mat. Keep pressing in through the shoulder, in through the left hand, pressing down through the feet, engaging the belly, draw the belly button to the spine, close down the eyes. See what this pose means to you. How does it feel? And after the next exhale, bringing your right hand onto the mat, spreading the fingers wide, and then pressing down. Coming all the way up, extending the left hand high, and then placing both hands on the mat. Draw the hips down towards the heels, and then lowering your forehead onto the mat. Coming into your child's pose, staying here, still engaging the arms, pressing down through the palms. Keep staying in your child's pose, breathing. You might like to roll along the forehead. Pressing into the forehead with the sturdiness of the ground. And then pressing both palms into the ground, fingers spread wide, tuck the back toes, and on the inhale, lift the knees so they hover off the ground. Holding here, and then exhale, extend the hips up high into your first downward dog of the class, maybe the day. And then exploring your downward dog, lift both heels up high, lower the right foot, bend into the left knee. Inhale, come up, lower the left heel, bend into the right knee. Alternate like that a couple more times. Inhaling and exhaling, moving with the breath. One more. Returning to center, lifting the heels up high, bending at the knees, and then twisting over to the left, bringing both heels down to the left, and then bending the knees and feeling into that left side body. It's a yummy little opening. Inhale, coming back up onto tippy toes, and then exhale over to the right, bending into the knees. Feeling into that. And then exhale back up to center. Draw the hips up towards the sky, belly button towards the spine. Hips high, bending at the knees, and then begin to slowly walk forward up to the front of the mat. Pressing down into the feet, down into the ground. Feet are hip distance apart. On the inhale, place your hands onto your shins. And inhale, coming up into a halfway lift. Spine is straight. Gazes forward. Imagine that there's a string pulling at the top of your head and out of your back of your hips. And then exhale, lowering down. Inhale up into halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, rolling up, halfway. Exhale, folding forward. Gaze through the legs. Inhale, pressing down strongly into the feet. Imagine that you're sending roots down into the ground through the base of your feet. And begin to rise up, rolling up through the spine. Hands come forward and up. Palm meet palm above your head. Bring the prayer down through your center line, meeting in front of your chest. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Returning to your regular breath, in through the nose, out through the nose. Hands lower down so they're beside your hips, palms face forward. Can rock back and forward, side to side. So you find your center point. Lifting all 10 toes off the mat and then slowly lowering them down. Rooting down through the feet, pulling the kneecaps up towards the thighs. Rolling the shoulders back and down. Tailbone draws down towards the ground. And on the inhale, lifting both arms forward and up. Palm meets palm on top of the head. Bring the prayer down through the middle as you hinge at the hips and begin to fold forward. Slowly. Both hands come onto the mat. Inhale up into a halfway lift on the hands on the shins. Exhale, folding forward, both hands down. Inhale, lift the right heel, the right foot. Heel comes towards the buttocks and hold it there. Holding it there. Seeing what resistance comes up. And then exhale slowly, like you're moving through honey. Extend the right leg back. Toes land, knees land. Untuck the toes if that feels spacious in your body. And then inhale, coming up into an Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Holding here. Draw the left hip back, the right hip forward. Staying here. Switching on the inner thighs. And then lowering the hands down. Step the hands back and lift the left foot up off the mat so the toes are drawn up towards your calf. This is where blocks or books can come in handy. You go on the highest level, lower level, into a half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Lengthening through the spine, gazes forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Breathing. Begin to walk the hands forward. Inhale, come up to your low lunge. And then we're going to flow movement with breath. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back up and hands come down onto the mat. Tuck the back toes. Pressing into the hands and doming through the back of the body, the back of the shoulders, shoulder blades. Lift the left foot off the mat. Tuck the left heel towards the left buttocks. And then shoot it back towards the back of the mat. We're in a high plank. You can hold here or lower down, knees on the ground. Untuck the toes. Draw the belly button towards the spine. Pushing down through the hands. Making sure that your elbow joints aren't locking out. Straight spine. And then exhale, lower down halfway. Drawing the elbows in towards the ribs. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lower down. All the way down. Move any props out of the way that you need. Forehead on the mat. And then cupcake in your hands. So they're on the outside edge of your mat, and on the inhale, coming up into a striking cobra. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, come up. Head is the last thing to rise. Exhale, come down. Then inhale up. Remembering to push through the pelvis and the top of the feet. And exhale down. And then pressing up into a tabletop. Back into Balasana, child's pose. Forehead comes to mat. Taking a moment to breathe there. Again, rolling the forehead along the mat. Pressing the hands into the mat, tuck the toes, lift the hips up towards the sky, coming into your downward dog. Come onto the tippy toes, bend the knees, and extend the hips up towards the sky. Feel that length in the spine. This is what we're trying to achieve with a downward facing dog. It's not getting the heels towards the mat. Begin to lower the heels to where it's comfortable in your body. And inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Hold it here, pressing up through the shoulder blades, doming through the back, and then placing the foot between your hands. If you have to take a few steps, that's okay. Inhale. Just pull my pants up. Inhale, coming up into Anjali Asana. You've been here before. Breathe. Holding it, pressing down through the right foot, down through the back of the left. Knee is stacked on top of ankle. Switching on the inner thighs, drawing them together, and you can lower down slightly if you need. And lowering the hands, coming down into your half splits, grabbing the blocks if you have them. Drawing the right toes up off the mat. Toes draw towards the calf. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold over that straightish leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Lengthening through those hamstrings. Drawing the right hip back, left hip forward. And then begin to walk forward, coming back up into your Anjaneyasana, low lunge. We're going to move, match breath with movement. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale. Inhale one more time. Your breath, your movement. Coming back up. Plant the hands down. Tucking the back toes, lifting the back leg, switching that leg right on, drawing the back of the knee up towards the sky. Dome through the shoulder blades. Draw the chin towards the chest. And step the left foot beside the right. Inhale up into a halfway lift. You may have space now to keep your hands on the ground. And then exhale, folding forward. Inhale, coming all the way up. Root down to rise up. Palm meets palm at the top of the head. Bring the prayer down through the center line. Coming back into our mountain pose, our Tadasana. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Pressing down through the feet. Root down to rise up. Bringing hands to prayer. Drawing it through the center line as you hinge at the hips and fold forward. You balance out on the other side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Planting both hands into the mat, fingers spread wide. Bring the left foot up towards your left buttocks. Holding here. See what comes up when you're forced to hold something that isn't usual. And then exhale, extending through the air like you're moving through honey. Toes touch down. Knee touch down. Untuck the toes. And coming up into Anjaneyasana. Listen for the change here. Going to palm meets palm above the head and bring the prayer down into center. Pressing down through that right foot, pressing into the back of the back foot, and then leaning forward with the torso, and then twist to the right, bringing the left elbow to connect over the right knee, and twisting towards the back of the room. In my case, may not be for your case. Holding here. Gaze comes towards your right arm. And then on the inhale, come up towards center. And exhale, place both hands onto the mat. Untuck the back, tuck the back toes, your left toes. Raise the left leg up, knee comes up towards the sky, pressing firmly down through the hands. Tuck the chin to the chest, dome through the back. Lift the right foot off the ground and hold. Hold. And then slowly extend it to the back of the mat. Coming into your high plank. Draw the hip bones towards one another. Belly button towards the spine.
dome through the shoulders, gazes forward. You can lower your knees, untuck the toes, keeping that belly button drawn to the spine, gaze forward. Your back body is still in a straight line from your knees to your shoulders. And then exhale, lowering slowly for the count of 5, 4, drawing the elbows towards the ribs, 3, 2, 1, move on to the ground. Drawing your hands so they're right beside your ribs, a little bit lower or a little bit higher, whatever feels comfortable in your body. Press the feet, back of the feet into the mat, pelvis into the mat, and coming up into a cobra. Gazes slightly forward, drawing the elbows in towards the ribs. Holding here, remembering to breathe in through the nose, out through the nose, and then lower down. Bring the forehead onto the mat. Inhale, coming back up into your cobra. This time you might like to lift the hands off the mat. Breathing. And then exhale, lowering the hands down, lower the head down. Forehead onto the mat. Take a moment to breathe. And then on the exhale, lifting the hips up and back towards the heels. Back into a Balasana, child's pose. Take a moment to breathe. If you're like me, catching your breath. And then pressing the hands firmly into the mat. Tucking the toes. Inhale and exhale. Extending the hips up towards the sky. Back into your downward facing dog. Ardha Mukha Shavasana. Roll the shoulder blades back. Draw the hips up towards the spine. Allow yourself a generous bend in the knees if you need. And gaze goes between the legs. Planting the right foot down, lift the left leg up towards the sky. And then on the exhale, bring the knee up towards the nose, dome through the back, and exhale, placing the left foot between the hands, or taking as many steps as you need. Coming up into Ardha, or Anjaneyasana, I should say. Press the left foot into the mat. Press the back of the right foot into the mat. And like we did on the other side, we're coming into a twist. Palm meets palm above the head. Bring the prayer down through your center line into your chest. Come forward at a 45-degree angle. And then exhale. Twist to the left. Right elbow hooks onto the side of the left knee as we twist, opening through that left side body, perhaps bringing the prayer towards the center of your heart. Holding here, continuing to breathe in through the nose, out through the nose, pressing into the mat through your feet. You're drawing on the strength of the earth. It's giving you the stability you need to access this pose. And then inhale, coming up towards the center. Arms come up high. Exhale, land both hands onto the ground. Tuck the toes, the right toes, lift the right knee up towards the sky. Leg is on, leg is fully engaged. Fingers are wide, tuck the chin towards the chest, dome through the back body. And then exhale, bring the right foot and plant it beside the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rolling up. Arms come up. Palm meets palm. Prayer through the center line. Back to Tadasana. Our mountain pose. Bringing the feet together. Toes touch. Heels slightly apart. Begin to sit down into your chair. Arms come up in front. Draw the pinkies towards one another, energetically, not literally. And sit down into that chair. Drawing the inner thighs towards one another. Drawing the belly button towards the spine. Your Uddiyana Bandha. It's switched on. Lower a bit more. Inhale, lift the arms up a little bit higher. Exhale, lower a bit more. Inhale up higher. Exhale, lower a bit more, and this time coming onto your toes. Lowering all the way down. Hands come into a prayer in front of the chest. We're just going to hold here. Returning to your breath. Returning to yourself. I invite you to close down the eyes. Allow yourself to be in this pose. What resistance comes up, wobbly is perfectly okay. Continuing to breathe. And then blinking open the eyes. Slowly come down onto your tush, onto the mat. Moving anything out of the way that you need. Maybe you need to scoot your mat forward a little bit. And then both legs come out straight in front. Pull the toes towards the calves. Plant both hands beside the hips, pushing into the mat. We're in our Dandasana, staff pose. Toes are on, legs are on, everything is on. Gaze is straight ahead. Breathing. And then exhale, begin to fold forward. Inhale, rise up and lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold forward. You can bend the knees as much as you need here. If anything feels uncomfortable in the lower back, I highly recommend to bend the knees. But coming into your forward fold. And breathing here. Inhale. And exhale as we slow down. Take a moment to pause. And just breathe. Close down the eyes. See what pops up for you here. Are you experiencing any resistance? Or is this comfortable for you? Could Could you maybe take it a little bit further? Or would it feel more spacious if you took it a step back? Inhale, coming up, walking the hands back up to your staff pose, Dandasana. And then hands extend out in front, palm meet palm. We're going to lower down onto our backs for the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, holding there, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Landing on your backs. Coming into a mini Shavasana. Drawing both knees up into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Draw the forehead up towards the knees. Exhale, lower back down. Grabbing onto the right knee with both hands, extend the left leg up towards the sky. And then lower it slowly down onto the mat. Draw the right knee into the chest. At the same time, press the right shin up against the hands, feeling that active resistance. And then drawing your left hand on the right knee, right arm as cactus, out to the side. And then exhale, rotating, twisting the right knee over towards the left. Gaze can stay up towards the ceiling or can go over to the right. Bring into your final twist. Breathing. Bringing out the practice. And then inhale, draw the right leg, knee in towards the chest. Give it one last squeeze. Draw the left knee to meet the right. Squeeze them both in. Both hands come onto the left leg. Extend the right leg up towards the sky. Flex the toes. And then exhale, slowly lower that right leg onto the floor. Draw the left knee into the chest. At the same time, push the left shin into the hands. Feeling into that active resistance. And then the right hand onto the knee. Left arm extends out to a cactus shape or straight out, if you like, into a T shape. And then exhale, twist over to the left, drawing the left knee onto the floor. Gaze can be up towards the ceiling or out to the left. Close down the eyes. Feel into the twist. Allow yourself to pause. And then inhale, come back up. Draw both knees into the chest. One last squeeze, one last big hug. Drop the head back down onto the mat and extend both legs out onto the floor. Feet are mat distance apart. Coming into our final Shavasana. Here you might like to grab your eye pillow or your sleeve of a jumper and just place that over your eyes. For this Shavasana, I invite you to put
your left hand onto your heart, your right hand onto your belly, or you can place your right hand over your heart, giving yourself that support, closing down the eyes, allowing yourself to come into that final Shavasana. Breathe. Release the tension in the forehead. Tension in the jaw. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Let it all go. Returning to your regular breath. Allow yourself to marinate in the effects of your practice. Allow yourself a moment of pause. Allow yourself a moment of reflection. Allow yourself to just be in the here and the now. Begin to draw your attention back to the breath. Feel it come in through the nose, out through the nose. Let it expand the chest and the belly. Contract the chest and the belly. Begin to bring some movement into the toes, into the fingers. As you return, extend your right arm up towards the top of the mat. Plant both feet on the ground and then roll over to your right. Keeping the eyes closed as you come into a fetal position. Pressing into the left hand and pushing up to the front of your mat. Come into a seated position. You can grab a block or a book or a box if that feels more spacious for you. Bring palm to meet palm in front of your chest. Draw the prayer up towards your forehead so we may think well. Bring the prayer to your lips so we may speak well. And bring the prayer to your heart so we may do well. All together we bow and say, Namaste. Thank you, yogis, for joining me in this practice. I lied, it is way over half an hour, but thank you. I hope you enjoyed that, and if you have any requests or any feedback, commentary, let me know. Thank you again.